I am your Rusame reader, Crowsong, and today I will be reading to you from Take 2 by Miriorite. Now, on to Chapter 15, Flip Off. A few days later, Russia arrived at the appointed time and place for the movie shooting. An odd sense of excitement welled up in him. Inside the studio, from across the room, he noticed a dazzling presence, bright enough to make him go blind. America noticed him and waved enthusiastically at him. A dorky smile plastered across his face. The woman he was previously talking to also waved at him. Russia narrowed his eyes a little and turned away without a word. Of course, America ignored the fact that he wasn't interested in talking to him right now, and walked right up to him. Hey, good to see you again. You came just in time. The shooting is about to start in a few minutes. The woman with America smiled at Russia and introduced herself. I'm the current number 2 star. America here is number 1. Nice to meet you. And you are? The only noteworthy feature from her was her emerald green eyes. I'm Russia, was all he said. He clearly didn't want to engage in a conversation with her anymore. By the direction of his gaze, not once did he glance at her, so she shut up after that. Another lady ran up to them. In contrast to the green-eyed lady, this one was more cheerful and outgoing, giving off a friendly vibe. Minasan ohayou gozaimasu.
この背の高い人は誰ですか?
That roughly translates to, Good morning, everyone. Who's this tall fellow? Oh, hey, Japan. This is Russia. He's a new friend of mine. From what I know, he's playing the role of the third friend in the movie. America replied enthusiastically. Japan tilted her head and analyzed Russia for a second. I've never seen you around in the industry before. You must be new then. It's quite impressive you could act as one of the main characters of a well-known studio despite not having that big of a reputation yet. You must be very good then. I look forward to working with you. Likewise. By the way, I heard that the director might change the role of the third friend. The Japanese lady folded her arms in discontent. America's eyes widened a little, while Russia sighed in dissatisfaction. The American retorted, Isn't that Russia's role? How could they just change it last second? That's totally unfair. The green-eyed lady added, Yes, I heard about it just a few minutes ago. If I'm not mistaken, it's because our fellow Russian here doesn't have quite the reputation yet. Whatever, it doesn't matter what role they give me, Russia said. Just as he said that, they could see the director approaching them by the corner of their eyes. America immediately stepped up in front of the director, looking quite pissed. He raised his sunglasses to reveal a dazzling pair of identical blue eyes. Hey, why'd you try to assign someone else with the role of the third friend? Didn't you give it to Russia first? America said, dead serious. His eyes were scary and his lips were curled into a frown. The director hurriedly tried to explain himself, seeing as their main actor looked angry. You see, Russia here is a new actor, and since our studio is well known, I figured we would be better to show the audience a familiar face rather than a completely unfamiliar one. And absolute bullshit. If you were going to pull that shit in the first place, quit getting people's hopes up. Besides, isn't this just discrimination against new actors looking to start their careers? The American interjected, looking at the director straight in the eyes. Everyone in the studio had bright red words popping out of their heads at the same time. How bold! Usually actors would remain passive in situations to prevent their reputations from taking strain. But here, the top actor was brazenly expressing his opinion without a care. Japan whistled and raised her eyebrows. There he goes again. How I wish I could be as brave as he is. Russia stared at him with sparkling eyes. He clutched his sleeves with a smile threatening to appear on his face. He'd be lying if he said he didn't feel a little special in this situation. He never really cared about matters concerning himself, and no one really ever spoke up for him either. It wasn't their business, is what everyone usually likes to tell themselves. The green-eyed lady smiled, with sweat beads rolling down her face. America is quite a friendly, cheerful person, but when you get on his bad side, he really does look quite scary. It's nice to see that he has a sense of justice, though. Please don't say that. We're just picking the best, Wait, where are you going? America walked away towards the exit, with his back facing the director. If you think you can change roles on the last second, then you wouldn't mind if I just decide to not play in the movie last second. America turned his head halfway towards the director, where only the side view of his face can be seen. A shit-eating grin appeared on his handsome face. Quite a chilly one at that, as well. The director swallowed their words. America turned away and started walking away again. When the director snapped out of it, he shouted towards him. "We made a contract! You can't just go against it!" he said out of desperation. America's only response was to flip him off. He raised his middle finger without even turning to look at him. Japan couldn't help but let a escape. Russia was just silent. He couldn't help but chuckle to himself a little. "You're still the same as ever," he thought to himself happily. The director considered the pros and cons. In the end, they came to the conclusion that whoever was going to replace Russia isn't as valuable as the number one actor. Okay, we won't replace him," the director spat through gritted teeth. America did a full 180 with a bright smile plastered on his face. His aura of cheerfulness was back. Such a quick change in personality. Black lines appeared on everyone's faces as everyone thought to themselves. Russia muttered when America returned. "Nice acting." America laughed out loud. "I wasn't really acting, but I can act in any role you want me to." He smirked. America glanced at their thick script. "Hey, how are your memorization skills?" Not bad, I guess." A dorky smile was plastered on America's face. "Then how about you come over to my place? I can help you out a bit." And that's the end of this chapter, and I hope you've enjoyed. That being said, I would like to invite you to join the Discord, which is linked down in the description below. Anyway, I hope you have a nice rest of your day, night, or whatever it is for you. Just enjoy your time, and I will see you tomorrow.